Hey, it's you. We're glad to see you. Come on in.
We have our second soap today from Strike Gold Shaves.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, welcome. It's good to see you. Come on in. For our mention today, Frank sent us out some shirts from Strike Gold Shaves. Shave like a president. So we just wanted to mention that our wardrobes are gathering some steam right now because all of the artisans usually release some kind of swag. So if you want to represent your favorite artisan and invite that all-important question from your friends and family, well, what's that shirt? What is wet shaving?
Wow.
Well, let me tell you, right? So
Nice
if you have
conversation opener.
if you have a favorite artist, check out their apparel section on their website because they might have some cool stuff. So what is our soap today?
So I was perusing and I happened to see this one on sale, but I honestly saw it because of the label. First of all, there's a chick on it. Second of all, when I was reading more about it, there were some ladies in the background that helped make this scent come together. So I, of course, had to help support them.
Well, half this show is female. Let's meet the soap.
Yeah.
All right, this is from the sales page at the Wet Shaving Store.
The Bee's Knees release is a collaboration between the girls of Wet Shaving, Banaka and Lindsay, with Strike Gold Shaves and the Wet Shaving Store.
Love it. This epic and historic release features a bee theme picked by the girls, and the fragrance is inspired by Joe Malone's Nectarine Blossom and Honey Cologne.
Okay.
It's an amazing, fresh, and clean unisex fragrance that is sure to be a crowd-pleasing scent. Woo!
That's all I saw, and I was like, I think I have to.
I don't think it had to take long when she said, hey, do you mind if I pick this one up? No, that looks fabulous.
And we first got into this at the very end of summer. So I happened to see this, and I was like, oh, we got to snatch it in. And then figuring out where to sneak it in, and the holidays happened. So now we finally have gotten it underway.
And now we know Banaka. That's kind of cool.
And so we've done one from Frank so far at Strike Gold. So I'm kind of excited to have a second one, knowing it has a little bit of a feminine twist.
Uncle Jumbo, and we loved that one. It's like, whoa.
So I'm excited to add more to the den here. But
it needs a friend in the locker. Let's unbox it. This is from the Wet Shaving Store.
Okay.
Andy's doing wonderfully, y'all. The Wet Shaving Store reopens this week. We're very excited.
Oh, that label. Do you
look
see?
at that. Look at the colors on that, yo. Beautiful.
I have to say, when I first started shaving as a teenager, if I would have seen something that looked like this.
Right?
Come on, man.
Right? Oh, my God. Let me see in person.
The purples, the pinks, the peaches, like... Ooh, wait.
Oh, these
and that's
colors,
sass.
y'all.
She's got some sass on her.
These colors are the ones that light my fire. I just...
Oh, it's a fun side label, too.
I know, right? What's she holding? A little ice cream
brush?
cone? It's a shaving brush.
But it has a dollop of lather on top.
Right.
I don't know if you can see. Yeah.
Oh.
But I just, I kind of had to, just from the looks, first impression-wise on that.
This is so exciting because a lot of the scents that he does are based around guys, the presidents, right?
And different things.
Wow, talk about a little diversion. I'm excited.
I have never seen what that cologne was, so I'm kind of even more intrigued.
Well, you know what? There's only one thing left to do. Let's have our first impression. I think I'm going to go first.
You should. I'm really curious.
You can interview me a little bit. I love this label.
Just presentation alone and reading what we have so far. Right. I'm curious,
well done, y'all. Okay, here we go.
Nice to mix up our barbershops with this.
Oh, it's a lovely white pour.
Okay,
here we go. Take it in.
I'm curious. Is it a sweet honey? Is it like a floral thing going on?
Oh, it's very nice.
Is it?
Funny,
Sweet?
The first thing I get is actually a lovely wood scent.
Ooh, intriguing.
Yeah, okay, here you go. Here's it. Take it in.
Right.
See what you get. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I'm odd. It is very light and comforting, but there is a little sweet woodsy kind of a thing going on. So
that's
maybe like
first,
if you're outside.
That's like the thing I'm getting first. And then what do you get when you start diving down?
Yeah, by the picture, I honestly thought it was going to be crazy floral, but it's not. No, it's very pleasant.
Or like a bee, right? You think a bee goes from flower to flower, but no, flowers are not what's jumping out at me here, folks.
And it's light and sweet.
Yes.
But it's not dark. Like the woodsy part that's there.
Right.
You know, sometimes the sweet can get heavy or savory, but I don't get that. I do get the bright kind of colors happening.
Right. And you know what? You know what else? This does not scream feminine to me at the beginning.
No, it doesn't.
I think this is just a lovely soap for a person, y'all.
Right?
That's what this is.
It said unisex in there. I get it. I just know the gals how to say it.
And you know, I just started to catch a little bit of, as it was mentioned, a little bit of like a caramel. What do you?
Is that what it is?
Can you smell that?
Let's see. Maybe that's why it's a more savory sweet. It's not like an in-your-face gourmandy sweet.
Right.
It is based off of cologne, so I'm wondering if that's why it has that crisp kind of end to it.
Wow.
A little, that savory crisp side.
Right. Oh, man. If I'm thinking like, is this gourmand or is this lots of other things? It is right down the middle, and I'm loving this because you can't really land on one or the other.
Right. I'm curious in a lather if that's going to help figure us out that center part because I can't pull it out there.
I think it's like, for me, a sweet caramely center.
Something.
Like, grab your brush. Let's lather this and see what surprises.
So this is our K1, my abalone bowl. And then, of course, we had to bust out our wet shaving brush here.
I love this brush. Okay, here we go.
It's got a fun little weight to this one.
It does, and I love the knot. I love the backbone of the knot.
Yeah, something's different, like compared to some of the other ones that are around this size. About how I don't know who makes these brushes, but they're nice.
Okay, here we go. All right, go to town.
I kind of picked this bowl too because the color matched the label, the little purpley kind of color going on.
I get a super beautiful light floral that I've never smelled in a shaving soap before.
Is that what it is? Maybe it's a different floral. Maybe that's why I couldn't figure. And we were kind of getting the woodsy side, but maybe it is an actual different floral.
There is like a honey flower on top of this. I don't know if it's a honeysuckle or it's a honey flower.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That is on top of this. That's beautiful.
I might need a little more bougie then. There we go. The bougie me up.
Oh, I love that this is just a world beyond something floral. There's just tons going on in here.
Things are waking up over here.
Wow, bee's knees indeed.
Ooh, it didn't get more intense. I was wondering if it would kind of brighten things up.
Right.
It really stayed in that kind of mellow, woodsy, sweet area with a little hint of a floral.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, let me see.
Yeah.
In the lather, here we go. Oh, I love this.
Right, that lather is happy, I gotta say.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it did brighten up a little. Now that I'm going back to this.
Yeah, I don't get a crazy intensity from this. I do have to kind of search for the notes a little bit, but yes.
It's a lighter, cleaner vibe.
Right. Oh, super
sweet,
clean.
woodsy.
Yes. And you know what's funny? Because honey doesn't really have like a crazy scent, but
no,
it has
you're
a really strong flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, what a challenge to bring a little bit of a honeyness to this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I need to see something written down. Or there's some scent notes. All right, so back to the sales page. Let's take these one level at a time here. So at the top notes, green notes.
That's funny. I do, now that I'm reading that, I feel like it is a little more green than it, because it's not dark wood.
Maybe a little vetiver in there, something like that.
Something like that.
Just a hint, just a touch.
Okay.
Black currant.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what's going to give it that little masculine fruitiness to it, right?
I do sense that now.
An interesting petitgrain, which is like rain on street or rain on dirt, I think.
That's what adds the little more masculine hit to it.
Right,
I have
like
to say.
Fresh rain. Oh, beautiful. And then in the middle, what do you got?
Nectarine.
Hey,
that's
right.
totally in that sweet middle part. That's why it wasn't too citrusy. It's kind of that sweeter side.
Right, and maybe a little bit of the nectarine flower is what I was getting, because we had a nectarine tree growing up and the blossoms on it, y'all. What a gorgeous, sweet, light scent. I would bet that it's the blossom. And then black locust.
Whoa.
Black with a C at the end.
Something
I don't know
new.
if that's a brand name or what, but that's awesome. Okay. Black locust. And then
base notes.
Base notes. We're looking at some green and some fruit here, folks.
So,
what do you got?
Peach.
Peach.
Again, a lighter, sweeter scent.
Yes, beautiful.
And plum.
Peach and plum.
Just to add that little fun to it.
Right.
And then
Love
you
it.
already said this, but vetiver.
A little vetiver in there. So maybe a little vetiver underneath and some green notes up above to kind of be the bookends on this thing.
It's very well rounded.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, I have to say, but the blossom and honey cologne. Interesting. Joe Malone.
And I do. Can you smell? Like, though, that is the little bit of tug of war, is a little bit of a blossom and a little bit of a honey.
Yeah.
And it's not a strong flower, so that it can pull against the honey.
It's honestly more with the fruits, the nectarine, the peach, and the
is that what
plum.
you're
Like, that must be, and they're all lighter fruits. They're not intense scents, you know?
Right, yes. And I love that the idea of this was for the females in the community, because strike Strike Gold does do such beautiful masculine
Right, he
scents
does,
of
yeah.
the presidents. You know, if you want to smell like JFK's favorite cologne, he's got you covered. But this is just a whole beautiful open meadow
Right?
of a
And
slightly feminine scent.
We don't really know frags that well, so it's fun when there's a shave soap that has a frag connected that we're like, oh, see, we never would have thought of that. Like,
and let's have a grown-up conversation right now about the scents that are made for the community that are supposed to be labeled like the more feminine ones, because here's the thing. Craig just reached out from Scotland and said, hey, y'all, next time you order from Sterling, if you sleep on Witchy Woman, you're going to regret it. Somebody else like, oh yeah, sweet stuff is my jam. And I'm like, yes,
Just
that's what
because
I'm talking about, right?
and only because on their page they do actually have a women's tab, so it is interesting. Like our mental capacity, we're like, oh, that's meant for guys, oh, that's meant for women. But honestly, smelling something like this, straight down the middle.
And when we did Duke and Duchess was my favorite, and so many dudes reached out and they're like, dude, I shave with Duchess once a week. Like, wow. So I don't think like masculine and feminine exist in the same way as shaving soaps, because when you're shaving with it, it's not becoming your identity. It's not going to be your fragrance for the day. It's your shaving soaps. You're going to wash it off. So it's not like you're choosing your suit for the day. No. It's more like you're choosing what friend do you want to hang out with for the next 10 minutes while you seek your BBS. And sometimes you're going to want a president next to you. Sometimes it'd be cool to shave with JFK on your shoulder.
Chat with your grandpa,
but sometimes you just want this space woman to take you to a flowery meadow where there's going to be bees and honey, and sometimes you want to hang out with the ladies. Can I say that? Is that too bold to say that sometimes you might want to hang out with a female?
Sometimes the guy stuff gets too much.
That's why I think these feminine shaving soaps are amazing, because they just give you a lovely female counterpart to be there in the shave mirror with you for a few minutes. Right?
It is a very pleasing crowd scent.
Yeah,
like anyone that takes a whiff of this is going to find something in it they like.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody off the top would be like, oh, wow, that's a girly. No, I think they would just be like, what a beautiful balanced scent that
if
is.
you're smelling to get more the woodsy side, you'll get it. If you're smelling to get more the, kind of fruity side,
that's
you'll
funny.
find
That
it.
was the first thing I got was the woody, but now I'm having even trouble finding it because I'm discovering other things inside of it.
Yeah, it's very pleasant. Is that a good word?
Oh, yeah.
Pleasant?
Because, sometimes I'll say like it's friendly or it's adventurous. This is just pampering. It's pleasant and beautiful.
And I have to say, I don't know if there's a certain time of year I'd need to use that. Like I thought at first seeing the label like spring, summer, but I gotta say, I feel like, it's winter now. It kind of fits whenever you want it.
And you know what? I am having a thought. Let's take this a tiny bit deeper.
I didn't even notice she has bubble gum. She's got sunglasses. She has antennas, and then she has instead of like a hip knife, she has a razor.
You're right. And you know what I love about this? You know what I love about a shaving soap artisan that primarily does masculine scents doing a feminine one? This wasn't built with anything traditionally feminine. All right. This is not like a perfume, This is not. And this is the farthest thing from a lotion that I could possibly give you. So I think a lot of times in my brain, I used to think, if it's a feminine smell, it's going to smell like lotiony, right? Yeah. Y'all, this is the farthest thing from lotion. This is a beautifully crafted scent that I don't think aims for the feminine. No. I think it just aims to lessen the masculine. Yeah. Does that make sense?
It's kind of like right down the middle.
Right, because the way this sits is just its own beautiful personality that I don't think imposes either one on me.
No, and I feel like if you were to use it, you'd find that more masculine side if you wanted to. And on me, you'd get more of the fruity kind of florally side. But again, they're lighter fruits. It's not like a strawberry. It's not something that's going to hit you in the face and be like, that's fruity.
Right, and the more I smell this, it is absolutely not a flowery perfume. It's somebody's like flower bed. Like, smell this. Because the flower bed's not going to knock you over, right? It's not going to be crazy intense, right? But if you just lean in and take in the delicate, natural flower smell, that's
right. Like if you just took a shower and went outside and you took a whiff of the fresh air of like the flower beds outside, it's the combo.
I get the fresh air in this too somehow. Oh, what a beautiful!
I know. I'm glad I went for it. The label, I gotta say, brought me in first. But then seeing that there were some gals involved in this, I really just had to go all the way in.
Oh, I'd be so curious to see what the splash does on you. Is there a splash?
We might have to go digging in for
all right. Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I think she smells good normally. I mean,
but there is more floral.
Her neutral smell, I think, is lovely.
But
it adds to
right.
This.
I know there's not even floral listed, but I almost get that sweeter side.
Did you put anything else on today?
No.
Oh, this is awesome, y'all.
Okay, now put it on you.
Know, right?
I'm
we were not planning on doing this.
Well, we don't have the splash, so we're revamping here.
Holy.
Yeah. Okay. Woodsy, but light.
How'd you do this? That's
a magic
way different
potion.
on her than me. Like,
Do you wanna
usually
smell?
soaps don't change this much, right?
I know. Try it out. I'm serious.
Whoa. Okay, hold on.
I know. I didn't expect that.
Wow.
Okay, we might have to get the splash to this just to
Right?
complete the
Okay,
experience.
so it's pretty easy. All you have to do is call up one of your female friends. Ask her to come over for a second. Maybe make her a cup of coffee. And then show her this. Tell her you've got a little experiment. Tell her to smell this on your arm and you want to put some on hers. And just the time when she looks at you and goes, what the hell are you talking about? You just got your own! So head over to the wetshavingstore.com where you can find this and a wide range of other products.
I'm back from my shave with bee's knees, and I have to say, the lather from Strike Gold was quite a wonderful experience. I do wish I had the splash so I could keep the scent kind of going and a little more potent through my day. But it was very nice and enjoyable, and I will definitely be back to it again soon.
Welcome to Messages.
So we are closing up on Barbershop Month. Then, next, we have Classic Aftershave Month for February. And then, spring's here. So we need some help.
I'm guessing there are seasonals that come out the same way they were for summer and fall. So y'all don't let us sleep on these things. Let us know right now in the comments, what are your favorite summer and spring seasonals? Because we got a feeling
This is our first spring season.
they're going to
We need your
start
help.
popping. So we need to know what to do. Oh, it's so different. And I can already tell this is one that I'm going to get to know over the next few days. So that section you just watched on how it shaves will have a little bit of a deeper perspective after I've
Right.
spent a few days with the scent and shaved with it a couple of times.
Well, and it's fun. I really don't think we have something like this in our den yet.
No.
We're still, we're almost 150 soaps in, which is insane.
Right.
But to find a whole new category that we don't have is pretty cool. I gotta
Honey
say.
and light floral and peach and green. I mean, beautiful.
Right,
And I
and
love
it's
that it
light.
makes you look for some of these. It's that, right, so that the things that you love are going to be there
Right.
already. And then it does. If you want to smell the peach, you got to go on a little journey.
Right,
It'll
it's
be
there.
but you got to find it.
Right? And I just want to hang out with this logo. I feel like I need a t-shirt with her because she's pretty cool.
Right? Just makes me feel set for the day
Right?
and clean and just energized enough.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.